One of the most important illnesses that we can have from the respiratory system is asthma. So first, what is asthma? Asthma can be considered as an allergic reaction that we can have in the throat, avoiding continuous airflow among the trachea to the alveolus, and finally to complete the air cycle of the respiratory system. So first, we gotta divide it, okay? So for simplifying, we can divide it from causes, from symptoms, effects, and finally some different kinds of treatments that we can have. So suppose that you are a doctor. If you're a doctor and you have your patient, you have first to make like kind of physical analysis. If you see and you observe that he has like some difficulties to exhale the air, also to breathing, some chest pain and some like coughing, we can know that it's something from the respiratory system. So we can isolate all of the systems and only focus in the respiratory system. Once we are into the respiratory system, we gotta first identify what are the real effects of having this kind of illness. For asthma, for example, we have to take into account different kinds of allergens. So as we can know, the respiratory system can be caused, can be blocked among the inflammation that we can have from the smooth muscles that can have among the trachea. So first the mouth and the nose, it's connected to the lungs directly from the trachea. So if the trachea it's been obstructed, it's been obstaculized, then the airflow is not going to completely flow. Now, if we take into account these kinds of allergens, these smooth muscles, as we can observe, are going to contract. When they contract the airflow, it's going to create a kind of hyperventilation, increasing the amount of oxygen and decreasing the amount of carbon dioxide. These different kinds of equilibrium of unstable values can create different kinds of effects, like for example the chest pain, and for example the different kinds of coughing or respiration complications. Now, this is caused mainly from indoors and outdoors allergens. These kinds of allergens are going to react, and with the pathogens reactions, the immunological system is going to create a kind of inflammation. This inflammation is the one that obstructs finally the airways. Now, taking into account this, in order to solve, we must act. We must use kind of anti-allergens. We can use different kinds of beta plus medicines, and also from anti-inflammatories. This will provoke that the throat and the different kinds of the trachea, smooth muscles, are going to not contract but relax and allow a better airflow. Also, in some rare cases, the asthma is produced because a lot of dust is going to be constructed, it's going to be like stick over the trachea and creating a kind of mucus layer. This mucus layer also is going to obstruct the airflow and finally provoke the asthma. And finally, to conclude, we can get different kinds of exams, different kinds of analysis and diagnostics that can help the doctors in order to solve the problem. So again, imagine that you're a doctor. If you're a doctor and you, for example, have a patient named Will, 19 years old, it's male, and he is a kind of regular athlete. In some cases, he's going to feel this chest pain. So, the respiratory system, we're going to focus in the trachea, we're going to observe, and we can use different kinds, like for example, the X-rays and also the respirometer test. For this, we're going to observe what is the real situation. For example, in the X-ray, what is the inflammation, what is the bones reaction to the allergens, and finally, what is the real obstruction. And for the other kinds of tests, for example, the AV oxygen test, we gotta observe the different amounts of oxygen, carbon dioxide, and also pH and other kinds of components that we can have in our airflows, and we'll analyze if there is a real obstruction. If it's a real obstruction, we'll give the treatment and end. And that's basically asthma. I hope that you understand, and thanks for your time.